Have you got any to give? All right, thank you. So I guess the internet's back on?
Yes. Or at least there's a hotspot.
So
They can now check to see if the house is online.
So I mean, it just came on. I set all this up for nothing.
That's all right. We got a backup.
All right, well, so now we are live. Anything said, Garrett Schwaring, is going to be broadcast through the Huddle camera. So
are we streaming now?
We are currently streaming via the Huddle camera.
Okay.
So.
All right, so you want to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll do start in on our pregame?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And right now, through September 30th, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg. Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4 ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
All right, back here live tonight at Ed Kalen Field, home of the North Decatur Chargers, where the home Chargers are getting ready to take on, for the second week in a row, another conference opponent in the Monroe Central Golden Bears. And, Matt, what a beautiful night for football.
Well, it's a nice night for football. The air has cooled off. It feels like fall finally. I know we're going to get some heat started next week, but tonight's a nice night. And tonight, you need the air quality to be cool and crisp, and the same out of the players on both sides of the football. Conference matchup, it's going to be a contested event here. We saw this team at the Jamboree, Chris, and they're big. They run a 225-pound quarterback at us, and I feel like size-wise across that front line is going to be plenty to deal with.
Yeah, I would agree with that. When your quarterback was a previous offensive guard last year, so the young man played guard for him last year, and they take him down and moving to quarterback this year. He didn't throw the ball a whole lot up at the Jamboree. So to speak on his arm, I don't really know, but the young man did a nice job running the ball, and again, he's a load to bring down. But this team also has some really good athletes and a couple of decent size, like Matt mentioned, linemen, and it's going to be a good test here tonight. Really, the conference here this year, with North Decatur, Eastern Hancock, Shenandoah, and Monroe Central, who we're playing here tonight, is really a very, very competitive conference. A lot of evenly matched teams. I thought at the Jamboree that everybody really, had their good points and bad points, which you're going to have. But I expect all the conference games to be competitive. The game last week, was competitive up through halftime, really through the third quarter, and then just kind of slipped away from the Chargers there at the end. So I would anticipate this being another good matchup here tonight, Matt.
I agree. Both teams come in ranked in the state in the top 15, depending on which poll you look at. North Decatur, however, is 10th in both the AP HP and the coaches poll. Easy for them to say.
Right.
All right. Monroe Central actually makes it in the top 15 as a number 15 in the coaches poll. They defeated Union City last week, 43-22. They have one loss. Both teams come in here 1-1. Obviously, their loss to Union City, their win against Union City, they lost to Winchester. But nonetheless, both teams are 1-1, looking for their second win tonight. Stillwell is coaching in his third season at Monroe Central. I've got the wrong guy. That's not Coach Stillwell.
Their head coach is John Hochstetler.
Yeah, let's go with Hochstetler. That's better than – we're not going to talk about Shenandoah tonight, Chris.
No, we're not.
Throw that in the trash can.
We're jumping ahead, Matt. We go up there next week.
Good night. Literally put that in the trash can. All right, well, hey, all bets are off here. You got the pregame.
All right, well, like I said, Monroe Central last year, North traveled up there and defeated the Bears pretty soundly up there last year. And we talked a little bit with Coach Stern this week. If you listen to the Conversations from In the Barn podcast, that this is a proud school of their football. It's a well-coached football team. It's a school on the football side of things that is competitive year in and year out. So I'm sure that left a little bit of bad taste in their mouth last year when we went up there and kind of put it on them a little bit. So I think they're looking probably for a little revenge here tonight, a little chip on their shoulder. And you look at the Chargers, they came off of last week. I thought they had a mediocre at best first quarter. I thought they played a good second quarter, came back, tied the game up, had an opportunity even to maybe put some points on the board right there before halftime, but nonetheless tied the score at halftime. And then really come out and, we talked about it last week. They didn't get off to a very good start, went 3 and out, and then let Eastern Hancock score on the next possession, and it was kind of downhill from there, Matt. So,
yeah, this young team has got to find a way to start a half and start a half with some fire and not really get 2 or 3 series into the half before things start to click. And I think that's a key to tonight is being able to come out and start quickly. Something through basically 4 quarters, 6 quarters, if you're going to count the Jamboree, this team hasn't been able to do. And I think tonight, being on your home field, cool night, National Guard night here at Ed Kalin Field. The National Guard's present and got a big blow-up thing back behind the bleachers, and they're going to cover the field with a flag here for the national anthem. Be pretty cool. Just a nice atmosphere here tonight. But conference foe, and you'd like to see them start fast.
Yeah, I would agree. And, like you say, they're going to do a few special things here tonight. The National Guard members, some of those are going to lead the team out here tonight. I've heard they've got a nice big flag to present for the national anthem. And I know some of the junior high boys, the junior high team is going to come out with the varsity team as well here tonight. So crowd's already starting to fill in here. We're about 5 minutes away from game time here. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back here to get you right up to the national anthem. You're listening to Charger Football on WTRE.
Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4-ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
All right, back here live at Ed Kalin Field, home of the Chargers, where we are just 4 minutes away from game time here is another conference matchup here for the Chargers here tonight as they're trying to get back with a winning record here tonight as they stand 1-1 after the win against South Decatur and then the loss last week against Eastern Hancock. And anticipate, here they come out now. So the Chargers are coming out here. They've got, looks like 3 National Guardsmen in front of them. Some nice American flags that they're carrying out.
America. It's going to be a patriotic evening here at Ed Kalin Field.
We're dressed for it. The
that's
founders
right.
of the school, the school colors. What a good way to go.
That's just foresight. It's going to be a tough contest. I tell you what, North Decatur's got some size lining up across from them here this evening, and they're going to have to learn to deal with that. I mean, everywhere we go, that's our MO. We're going to be the smaller, but we're going to be the faster, more polished team. And tonight that'll be on test here, full display, as the National Guard and the flag and the American stripes lead the team onto the field. And a pretty awesome moment here at Ed Kalin Field.
That's kind of nice. Got a couple seniors carrying the flags out there, the National Guardmen, although now they've kind of ran past them, but nonetheless. Coaches come out. Junior high kind of walks out with them, too. So a nice scene here tonight at North Decatur as we wait for Monroe Central.
junior high kind of trailing the pack here a little bit. But
oh, here they come.
they didn't get the instructions properly.
You got to wonder who heads up that program.
Well, it's rough. The leadership's rough at that level. But he's up here, and they're down there by themselves. So they didn't do bad. They got to the sideline.
Very good. Very good. Looks good. North Decatur will be in their blue jerseys tonight with white pants. And we're just waiting on Monroe Central, it looks like. Looks like the North Decatur cheerleaders here are going to bring out probably about, a 20-yard flag, Matt? 15-yard?
Well, that's hard to tell. It's like a Christmas present, Chris. You don't know what's in there. It's all wrapped up.
Well, you can tell the length of it here anyway, unless they're going to unfold it, too.
Well.
Nonetheless, we're going to take 2 minutes to go here. We're going to go to a commercial break so that we can honor the flag and our military members out here tonight. You're listening to Charger Football on WTRE.
Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And right now, through September 30th, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg. Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4-ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's Used Car Superstore, Buy Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy Right Auto, Greensburg's Used Car Superstore.
All right, back here live at Ed Kalen Field, home of the Chargers, where we just had a very, very nice presentation, Matt, with a 15-yard flag, and the cheerleaders unrolled that thing, and the band did a good job with the national anthem. A very nice presentation of the colors here tonight.
That's a neat night here at North Decatur. You get the National Guard on site, and their presence is pretty cool with the blow-up slide back behind the stadium and the flag on the field. So it'll be a fun night. North Decatur chose not to wear the National Guard colors, that Army fatigue uniform. They're going to wear their blue jerseys, white pants, white helmets here tonight as the captains are going to get ready to meet at midfield here. The clock has been set to 12 minutes for the first quarter start of this thing, and conference play number 2 for the Mid-Eastern Conference here, as we just fell to Eastern Hancock last week, looking to even up that conference schedule as Cooper Palmer, Caden Muckerhide, and Owen Wiseman take to midfield.
All right, so we'll see here now how the coin toss goes. I don't have the names of the officials here tonight. Know that they've said that or announced that.
I feel like at this stage in our broadcasting career, Chris, we could just make up names if we feel like it.
Well, we could.
I mean, White Hat looks like a Phil.
We don't want to get ahead of ourselves here, though. We don't know if they're going to call what kind of penalties here we're going to get.
That's
tonight.
fair.
Oh.
So Monroe Central won the toss, deferred. And I assume that meant we were catching a football.
Yes, I assume that Monroe Central will be kicking off to the Chargers. Chargers will be receiving the football. So it looks like we're going to go offense here first tonight, Matt.
Well, like I said, we got to start fast. I think we got to implement some speed and get some rhythm going offensively to get this thing underway and not burn up those first few possessions to let Monroe Central, who's traveled now an hour down here, to gain any momentum here in the first half here on your home turf.
Yeah, I would agree. North Decatur, got off to the slow start against South last 2 weeks ago when they fumbled the ball down there, and South went in and scored a touchdown right off the bat to make it 6-0. And then last week they go down 14-0 in the first quarter, couldn't get anything going. So it's pretty important for the Chargers that they get this thing rolling here tonight a little bit quicker than they have the first two games. It'd be nice to play from ahead here rather than behind. So,
hey, I do want to say before this kickoff gets underway, should anything happen with the broadcast and it freezes up on you, check back, reload your YouTube, look for a new live recording. They've had some internet troubles here at the school. It just literally came on about 12 minutes before game time, so we jumped back over to the huddle camera. We've got a backup in place should we have to restart the stream. So right now, Monroe Central is going to put the ball in the air. The shoe leather's into the pigskin, and it's down across the 20-yard line, and it's going to roll out of bounds. North Decatur is going to get their first drive from the 35-yard line.
Well, good field position here for the Chargers. The young man tried to corner kick that a little bit or hash kick it and just hit the ground, and Mr. McKinney over there let it skip along the ground. It went out of bounds at about the 20-yard line, and that moves the ball up to the 35, like Matt mentioned. For the Chargers, will they take over on their first series, 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line.
All right, the Chargers' first play from scrimmage here this evening. Going into the setting sun to the west. Morris brings them to the line. He's got Palmer and Thackeray behind him in the backfield and an offset eye to the right. Split receivers over to the left. Morris under center. Back to give to Thackeray over to the right-hand side. Off tackle. He's driving the pile. He's going to pick up 3. And a nice start there from that offensive line, moving some much bigger Golden Bears.
Yeah, good job there by the right side of the offensive line. Is a strong 3, almost 4 there. So they're going to mark it out at almost the 39-yard line, just short of it. Actually, the ball is on the 38. So pick up a 3, positive yardage there on the first play, and North Decatur here needs to get this first down to get things rolling a little bit.
All right, split receiver to the right, slot to the left. Same backfield behind him. Morris going to keep it himself right up the gut. He saw something. He spilled the ball on the turf. I don't know if he's able to grab it back or not. He's pointing like he's down. The head linesman's coming in from the far side saying he's down. Let's hope so. Monroe Central comes up with the football.
I think right. The head linesman over there on the far side was coming in and marking the ball down right away. There was never, ever any judgment there. And
feel like Morris saw something there and decided he had a gap he could run right up the middle. But
pick up a 3 again here. So it's going to put the Chargers in 3rd and manageable anyway. 3rd and about 4 here for North Decatur. Ball just on the other side of the 40-yard line.
3rd and 4 from the 41. Morris under center. One back behind him, Thackeray. He's going to boot over to his left-hand side off the play fake. He's got Jones over the left-hand side, complete to number 51, across midfield, down to about the 48-yard line of the Golden Bears.
Yep, 81 there. Xander Jones on the catch. And a nice little rollout there by Morris. I like it when we get him out in space a little bit. He does a good job of throwing the ball, and nice pass there to Jones. Jones was able to pick up the first down. Actually, ball is out across the 50 at the 48-yard line of Monroe Central, and Monroe Central with a young man down here. He's got his helmet off. We'll take a quick commercial break. You're listening to Charger Football on WTRE.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's Used Car Superstore, Buy Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy Right Auto, Greensburg's Used Car Superstore.
All right, back here to live action at North Decatur, where the young man from Monroe Central was able to walk off over to the sidelines. So looks like he's okay, and the Chargers are under center.
Real quick, trips to the right. Morris from the gun, low snap, give us to Phelps. Phelps is going to be swallowed up in that backfield. Penetration over the right side of that line and grabbed a hold of Caleb before he even really got that one going. He's going to lose about a yard on that play, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, and the penetration over there by defensive lineman. And Caleb just kind of nowhere to go on that one. Ran right into the young man there, and loss of about a half a yard on the play here. So the Chargers will be back 2nd and 11, we're going to call it.
We got Littmer and Muckerhide down here on the slot to the near side and short side of the field. The fake is to Caleb on the power, and he's going to be swallowed up immediately. Morris pulled that on the read option, but there was nothing doing over the right-hand side. Another negative play there, -1, going to bring up 3rd and 12.
So now the Chargers, after an initial nice play there on 3rd down, but that was 3rd and 4. Now we're looking at about 3rd and 12 here for the Chargers. Ball is nose of the football is sitting right on the 50-yard line, so need to get at least 7 or 8 yards here, so it's manageable on 4th down. I'm sure North Decatur will go for it on our side of the field.
Obvious passing down, 4 receivers set. He's got 3rd and 12. High snap, back to pass. He sees a man in the flat. He's got him, throws it a little high. Eldridge catches it. He's over on the right-hand side. He's near the sticks, but he's going to be short. I think he's going to be about 5 yards short of the line to gain and bring up a 4th and 5.
Yeah, but it was a nice pickup over there. Nobody really kind of even was out on Eldridge over there. Now they're going to run another set on here. And you're right, Matt, 4th and 5. So manageable pickup of 7 yards there. Chargers inside the 45-yard line at about almost to the 43.
All right, we're going for it. 4th down, 9:05 left in the H&R Block first quarter. Morris brings him to the line. He's got tight ends on both sides. One steps off Xander Jones. He goes in motion to the left. The taps Mason's butt and back to passes Morris.
He's got him wide.
Got Xander on the flat, and that's going to be close. Where are they going to mark him?
I think he got it.
They gave him a 1st down already.
Yep, they got him by a yard
Big
there.
4th down conversion there. Nice little pass to the flat for Xander Jones. +6 on the pass. 1st down, 2nd of the drive. This is the 8th play now that we'll see next to this drive that's chewed up about 3 minutes of game clock in a nice methodical drive here to start the game for the Charger offense.
Good pass there by Morris, but I'm telling you, they are not covering our deep guys.
Cooper Palmer in motion from right to left. Now we got trips over here on the near side. Morris under center with Thackeray in the backfield. The give is to Thackeray. Thackeray tries to run over a man that's twice, maybe 3 times his size. Number 64 stands in there. That's Julius Olam at 255 pounds.
Yeah, and he's one of their top defensive linemen there, and it's just a really good job there by Thackeray. That was hard running. The initial contact was about at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard downfield, and he was able to kind of skip off of him a little bit and pick up positive 3.5 yards there. So positive play out of what could have been a gain for nothing.
Morris under center's got a tight end on both sides. He's got offset back, hard count maybe. Pitch over to the right-hand side to Thackeray. Thackeray tries to slice and get positive yardage. He turns north in a hurry. He picks up about 3 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Yep, and there again, nice run there by Thackeray, running hard. looks like he's settled in a little bit this week. Had a kind of started last week, and I didn't think had a lot of practice under his belt maybe, and was kind of not taking hits. And looks like he's had a good week of practice. It looks like he's quicker and running a lot harder here tonight, Matt.
We'll call it officially 3rd and 3 here. Morris, quick snap. Give to Thackeray. Thackeray's got space over the left-hand side. Lots of good blocks. Now he's got the sideline, one man to beat, but that was the man that shoved him out of bounds. But it wasn't until he got to about the 20-yard line. They're going to mark him out of bounds at the 20. Another Charger first down, the 3rd of the drive. And they just keep rolling down through this drive.
Yeah, now that's looking good. The offensive line is asserting their will out there and giving Thackeray some room to operate and need to just keep this up. And now they're going to split 2 wide to the top. That's Muckerhide and Caney split out wide to the top. Thackeray in the backfield.
Morris under center, double tight ends. He's going to sling the ball over to the right-hand side. He's got Muckerhide in space. Muckerhide makes the first man miss, makes the second man miss. He's still on his feet down inside the 10-yard line. Nice little run on the throw to the flat to Muckerhide.
Good job over there in space. Muckerhide to make a couple moves. Caney with a nice little block over there to free him up. And that's going to get him down inside. It looks like at about the 4-yard line, 6-yard line.
8. That ball's on the, well, that's on the 7-yard line. Nonetheless.
Says the man that's 50 yards away.
I got it. Eagle eyes. Littmer and Muckerhide split to left. We move a guy in motion. That's Xander Jones. Right to left. The give is to Thackeray. Thackeray's got a seam. He's at the goal line. And he's going to be short.
Just shy.
He is inside the 1-yard line.
Good job there. And nice surge by the offensive line. Thackeray tucking in right behind him, running hard, and just a really good job there.
13th play of this drive will come from the 1-yard line, looks like.
You know what I like about this, Matt? No penalties.
No penalties. Pretty crisp, clean offense so far. Xander Jones is the tight end to the left. Jack Caney over on the right. The gives to Thackeray. He's going to walk it in. Going to finish the run. And, little extracurricular, and the flag flies. Monroe Central was not very happy about that, and there's some jaws flapping. But he's going to pay for that on the kickoff, I believe.
Yeah, he kind of got thrown into the end zone well after he crossed the line there. He got thrown into Caney. Caney goes down. They all kind of went in a pile there, and somebody from Monroe Central wasn't very happy. Touchdown is good. Dead ball, personal foul on Monroe Central.
Unsportsmanlike conduct was the call against the defender from Monroe Central. Looks like they're going to assess this on the kickoff.
So we bring out Odell here for the extra point attempt.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and attempt this PAT from the normal spot at the 3-yard line. Odell comes on to kick, and Cooper Palmer on the hold. Who's our long snapper? Caney?
I think it's Shane Powell.
Odell in the kick, and whistles blow. What do we got?
Well, here's our first.
What do we got? Well, that's our second penalty.
Oh, now we're going to go for it.
Oh, they went for the little...
And now they're going to run Thackeray back on, and that's Thackeray's first Charger in the barn this year, too.
Yeah, you missed that call. Hey,
well, the penalty down there got me all...
got distracted, didn't you?
That's Mr. Thackeray's. He's putting Chargers in the barn now.
Who is that? Mac Templeton.
Oh, Mac took the dog here.
Oh, boy, he came flying out of that huddle. He's ready to go. Got grabbed by the turf monster. Man in motion. The give is to Thackeray. Thackeray's going to score the 2.
Easily in there.
North Decatur's going to lead this thing 8-0 on the first drive that goes 14 plays to pay dirt. We'll be right back. You're listening to Charger Football on WTRD.
Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4 ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
All right, back here live at Ed Kalin Field where North Decatur takes the opening kickoff and takes about 5 minutes and 40 seconds, goes down and scores on the touchdown by Thackeray. Thackeray puts the Charger in the barn, and then on the penalty, gets the pony in the barn on the 2-point conversion. to score the total 8 points there.
Look at this kickoff. It's going to be from the Golden Bears' 45-yard line after the mark-off.
This ought to land in the bus depot back there.
Well, I'd sure like to see Aiden put this through the uprights. And who's that fella down there in the red shirt standing right behind the goalpost?
You know what it's a good time to do?
What's that?
A little onside action here.
Well, that could be. That could be. See what the Charger defense has in store here for the Monroe Central offense after we just that's a really, really good offensive drive. And we talked about starting flat. That was not flat. That was well executed. Now number 80 with the mint-flavored cleats.
Well, if he hits this thing any good, they can catch it up in the minibus section.
I feel like he can put it through. Schwering, is he gonna put this through the goalpost?
He gets a run.
I think he's got a shot.
Oh, low liner. Hops all the way down to the 5-yard line. Number 14 picks it up, and he's trying to find some space. He's got a little seam, but nothing doing. Good coverage, and he's down at the 20-yard line. Might as well have let it gone through.
Yep, exactly. But nonetheless, Monroe Central with the return there. Good kick coverage by the Chargers is now Monroe Central with their first opportunity of the night. And we are in the first quarter here tonight, and that is our H&R Block first quarter. So H&R Block, thank you to sponsoring the North Decatur Chargers here tonight. Very good sponsor we have, and took that Charger lead out to 8-0 here.
All right, the big fella, number it's Wilson. Help me. Lane Wilson, number 18, in the backfield. He pitches over to the backside on the right-hand side. Good pursuit. Brought down there by number that might have been Caden Scudder flowing from the backside on the D-line. 75 was the first one to hop up.
Good pursuit there. The Chargers came out and met that. It was all hands on deck here on the left-hand side as we had Xander and Caden and Jack and Cooper was over there and nowhere to go. And that's what you got to do is change the ball direction and let those guys that are coming from the middle of the field make a tackle.
Lane Wilson under center. This one's going left. I'll tell you why here in a minute. He reverses out. He gets hit early, and that's Cohen Thackeray. Cohen Thackeray blows up the block, hits the quarterback before he can even get the pitch off. And now that's a 5-yard loss and a 3rd and 15 here for the Golden Bears.
Yeah, great job there by Cohen as he got pressure right off the bat. I think there was a little mishandling of the snap over there, but Thackeray was right there and dang near had a fumble recovery as well, as I think that ball was loose for a little bit. Nonetheless, it's going to put Monroe Central in 3rd and about 15. 14 is what they're saying here on the scoreboard. So
Mr. Wilson's going to have to put this one in the air.
Yes, he is. And, boy, when he runs out there, that is a large What did
he's a big dude.
The young man from Kentucky years ago?
Yeah.
Lorenzen.
Jason Lorenzen. The ball is loose on the exchange. We get pressure, and now we're trying to chase it down over the left-hand side. Olam's got it. That's Justice Olam and Muckerhide. Whew, can't get my words out. Muckerhide chases down Justice Olam over there, and after all that, they gain nil.
Yeah, they lose one, I think. And I tell you what, that could have almost been a turnover there for the Chargers, as that ball was lickety-split, bouncing around like a Pop-Tart coming out on a concrete floor.
No, wait, a Pop-Tart? I won't ask. Not now. We'll ask later.
All right, come on, Eldridge. Got to get off. Got to get off. Got to get off.
Hurry, back to punt. Number 20 for the Bears. He kind of drops it.
Good kick.
Boy, he put a leg into that. Gets it almost out to midfield. That's where Corbin Thackeray's going to receive it. Now he's trying to find some space. Got a little lane, grab a jersey. He breaks that tackle. He's got one to go. And now he's across the 35-yard line, almost down to the 30. And he's going to mark him down about the 32-yard line in great field position for this next drive.
Yeah, great job there by Corbin as he was kind of initially tackled back closer to about the 40 to the 43-yard line, was able to break that tackle, and then the pursuit had kind of broke down, and the Chargers are going to hustle this right out on the field. They can feel the momentum with them, and it'd be nice to get up here 2 or 3 scores on these Bears.
Morris brings them out of the huddle. He's got Cooper Palmer shifted over to the left-hand side over the end. He's got Corbin Thackeray behind him. 2 receivers out. Excuse me. I'm not yawning. It's an inside trap to Cooper. Cooper picks up about 1.5 yards right in the middle of the field.
So he's going to get the ball down to about the 30-yard line. Excuse me. It's going to be 2nd and 8 here for North Decatur. Just a quick little trap inside. Pretty well defended there as the Bears have got some big boys over there on that
Real
side.
quick, back to the line of scrimmage. 25 on the play clock. The ball's already snapped. It's thrown out to Muckerhide. Muckerhide makes the first man miss, and then gets about a 3, 4, 5 yard gain out of that, and that's going to bring up a real manageable 3rd down from the 25-yard line of the Golden Bears.
Yeah, unfortunately over here there was a couple missed blocks out there by the receivers that time as that ball, or that could have went a lot longer. A nice individual play there from Monroe Central by number 10 there. I'm going to get my glasses on here to see that. But good job there by him as he went right through there and was able to get the tackle. Peyton Hibbard there. We're in the first quarter here at Ed Kalen Field, the H&R Block. First quarter, North Decatur leads 8-0, 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Clock running.
Running really quickly back the line. Put Xander Jones in motion, double tight now, even balance. Quick snap and a little hanky. We got a little false start.
It's going to be false start. Yeah, that's a shame. That was 3rd and short there for the Chargers. Now it's going to make it 3rd and 8 here for North Decatur.
-5 on the penalty.
Not sure who that was on.
Shane got called for traveling there. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Garrett. So we got Garrett Schwering in the booth here yet tonight. We had the internet issues, and he was going to help us run some equipment. Internet popped back on, and now he's just sitting there with a live mic. Who knows what he's going to say?
Yeah, he's hanging out with us.
Morris under center, unbalanced, line to the left-hand side. Thackeray the lone back. The give is to Thackeray. Thackeray's got a whole big pile of blue jerseys in front of him. Giving push. He picks up about 4. And another 4th down.
Yep, and that's going to – nope, they wind the clock. They didn't call him out of bounds. They're going to let the clock run.
4th and 4 now. Are we
they're switching out.
I thought maybe we'd run the field goal. What's his range?
I have no idea.
Kick him.
4th and 4, is that what they're calling it?
See, this will be a 45-yarder. Should we try the field goal? But Phelps comes on, and he's the back, and now we've got Eldridge, Muckerhide, and Thackeray, I believe, and the trips over to the right-hand side. No, that's Littmer. Morris rolls that way. Now Morris pulls it down. He's got no space. He's going to take a sack on 4th down. Turnover on downs. Monroe Central will get the ball at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, and just I was watching the football there and just took a quick peek downfield and didn't look like we had too many people open there. Didn't want to force anything and turn it over, but nonetheless, we do turn it over on downs as Morris just nowhere to go there and just had to eat the football. So now the Charger defense out here. Boy, I tell you, penalties kill, Matt. Had that drive going, 3rd and 3, and get that 5-yard penalty. That backs us all the way up to 8 yards and kills the drive.
All right, now Monroe Central's second effort. The ball's coming this way. He stops to survey the defense. It's going to come to the near side. It's give to the tailback. Wilson tries to get around there and lead block, but not before the blue jerseys are in the backfield. I don't know who was there first.
61 gets
Xander Jones was in there. Connor
81.
Larison.
Yeah, good job there.
A good penetration. Only pick up a yard there.
All right, so the Chargers defense stiffens here on the run. Monroe Central yet to try a pass. So we'll see what the Golden Bears do here.
I'm surprised they haven't ran Boot yet. I mean, he looks like a bootable quarterback,
yep.
Right? Who were you talking about from Kentucky?
He was a left-handed quarterback. He was a real big guy.
Big fella. You remember who that?
They got him in the gun.
Oh, he's in the gun. Back to pass. He slings one over the left-hand side. The receiver caught it with his knee down. That pass is complete to number 84, Will Hochstetler. Hochstetler.
I think that's the son's or the coach's son. Got the same or relation somehow.
All right,
so that's going to pick up about 3 to 4 there. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5. So the Bears in.
All right, so he's going to operate in the gun here again, does Lane Wilson. Empty backfield. 2 wing backs, 2 split receivers. He's back to pass. He's going to sling one up the seam. He's got something deep, and it's picked off. Going the other way, Ty Littmer. Ty Littmer's got blocks in front of him, and a darn big one by Jones, and that one's getting called back.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Returns the interception to the house. That would have been about a 60-yard return, but he's going to get called for a blindside block on that return.
Yeah, and that was a really nice play there by Littmers. He read that over the middle from his safety position, came right in, made the interception, and you don't want to bash on kids for what he thought he got there and got the shoulder in front, but didn't look like it from up here, and nonetheless he gets called on it, and love the effort and everything like that, but nonetheless, it's going to negate Mr. Littmer's to the house touchdown there, and it's going to bring it back. And that was a pretty close play, but I tell you, I mean, he really leveled that kid too. And I think the look of it was just a little bit more than what they were going to let go. All right, so nonetheless, though, it still gives the Chargers the football on the Littmer interception. And we're going to get the ball in good field position here again, 44-yard line.
All right, so this
North
drives
Decatur defense.
Start on the 44. On the pick. Morris pitch to Eldridge. Eldridge is coming the other way, trying to dance off of a block. Muckerhide had him locked up, but that man did a nice job. Number 14, that's Olam Justice, I believe.
Yeah, that young man's made a couple nice plays out there tonight as he just stood his blocker straight up and wasn't going to let him get outside, and Owen had to cut it up and going to lose about 2 yards on that. It's going to put the Chargers in about 2nd and 11, 2nd and 12. And need a play here to get us back to manageable. Muckerhide split out top to the right. Caney split out to the bottom left.
Morris back to pass, looking left. He's got a man. He's going to take one right in the face.
Him.
He's got Muckerhide deep. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10. He's going to take it to the house.
Nice play. Good play by Morris, and that's another Charger in the barn.
Found Muckerhide deep, and I'm telling you, Morris took a shot when he threw that ball, but stood in and threw a strike to number 10.
Yeah, great play there by Morris. And I said it earlier in the game. They aren't honoring our guys going over the top, and I think the coaching staff seen that too. And we opened one up, and he was wide open there. Nothing but a Charger in the barn on that one. Good play there by Morris and Muckerhide on the hookup. And now Odell in the mint green will try for his first extra point tonight, as we got the 2-pointer earlier.
Aiden kicks it to the bus barn.
That's beautiful. Beautiful.
Caught back
little
there.
snag out there. Is that Knox?
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Let's see what number rolls around here. Number 22. Yeah, that's Knox Templeton. And really nice job there. Hey, so Ed Pereira is sitting out in the stands. He didn't want to get on here live, but just to explain, that was the correct call on that interception return. That's going to be a blindside block that's been emphasized here for the last couple years, hitting the defenseless defender as he's trying to chase a play from behind. So, unfortunately, it is what it is. We make up for it in one play, 2 plays actually, and put that thing to pay dirt with a 42-yarder to Muck.
Yeah, that was a really nice play there. Again, Morris stood in there tough, delivered the ball exactly where it needed to be, right out in front of Muckerhide where he could run underneath of it. Caden does his work there, catches it, and really only had to run about 25 yards there to take it to the house. And now the Chargers 15-0 here. This is the first time we've put these kind of points up in the first quarter here, Matt. That's a
fast
team
start.
That looking to fast start and looking to bounce back from last week's slow start.
We get Muckerhide. Boy, Muckerhide is a weapon if you can get him behind that secondary. And Morris put just enough air under that he could get under it and chase it down. But we'll see what kind of tattoo he received. I'll see that this evening when we get home. But he took a shot delivering that strike. Might want to get rid of that just a hair earlier.
Well, you got to wait for the guy to come open. Come on now. So, good job by that young man and on the pass there. So
Odell. What color are those cleats, Garrett?
I would say mint green.
Mint green. He's going to see confirmation. This kickoff brought to you by Andy's, as puts the boot into it, high end over end, puts Justice Olam all the way back. He tips it. It's out of the end zone. It's going to be a touchback on the muff reception. Justice Olam just didn't expect that at all.
No, it didn't. That was a great kick by Odell. As he tried to catch it with his hands above his head and was unable to do that. And that's going to leave 1.5 seconds left here in the H&R Block first quarter. North Decatur up 15-0 here on Monroe Central. Off to a fast start here tonight in the H&R Block first quarter.
First 2 drives.
And the Chargers looking very crisp here tonight.
First 2 drives. This is the 6th drive by either team or both teams combined here in this H&R Block first quarter. There's only a second and a half left here as Wilson's going to bring them to the line, get one play off here, and go to the quarter break.
All right, so Wilson brings them out. 2 receivers split wide.
Ball's coming near side here. And the give is underneath on the little trap, and nothing doing. Good play by that defensive line. snuffs him short for about a 2-yard. I'm going to give him about 3 yards on that. We're going to take this thing to quarter break. North Decatur leads 15-0. You're listening to Charger Football on WTRE.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's Used Car Superstore, Buy Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy Right Auto, Greensburg's Used Car Superstore.
All right, back here live at Ed Kalin Field, where North Decatur had an excellent first quarter here tonight as they scored 15 points and hold the visiting Monroe Central Bears to a solid 0 as the defense has played well and the offense has exploded here tonight. So now Monroe Central is going to have the ball on their own 31-yard line. Second down and about 8 yards to go here. It's North Decatur hanging right in there.
Wilson's in the gun. 2 receiver sets, 1 man, Justice Olem deep motion. Wilson's going to keep this himself to say, hey, I'm 255 pounds, see what you got. And he's brought down immediately. That was Mac Templeton there at the end of the play.
Yeah, and Xander Friend in there too, number 67. There's the big guys in there. Tag teaming him a little bit. Taking on the big quarterback.
In that interior line, it's nice to have a friend, isn't it?
That's exactly right.
There he is. The dueling tackles, Mac and Xander, doing a nice job this season getting a push and swallowing up windows. Back to pass is Wilson. Wilson's looking right all the way. He has to pull it down because of Xander Jones and throws the ball plenty long. Caney giving chase over there. He had coverage over the top of that Justice Olem, and that ball was just grossly overthrown.
I'd like to see him lay out there, Matt.
Sure you would. It's good coverage, Pop.
Yeah,
good coverage.
They tried to run a little pick play over there. It looked like on the sideline over there, and then run the inside receiver out on a sprint out. And good job over there as those DBs were talking and covered them.
Snap is good. The punt is away. Ty Littmer over there giving chase. I don't know if he's going to grab it. It's going to bounce at the 39-yard line is where they should mark that. Let's see where they go. Number 20 is the punter. Let me get that right because that's Jeremiah Olem. There's a lot of Olems in Monroe Central School District.
Well, it's a family affair. They're good kids. So now 15-0 here. North Decatur going to get the ball. Offense already on the field. As Mason Morris, quarterback, trots the play out. Going to have Muckerhide wide to the near side of the field. Phelps in the backfield. Nope. Tyler Dean back there maybe. Nope, that's Phelps, sorry.
Yeah, Phelps is the fullback, and you got Thackeray. The give is to Thackeray. Thackeray slices across to big hole by that offensive line left side. Nice job, fellas. Open it up, and he's got clean running room to 6-yard level, and he spins off and gets another 2.
Yeah, good job there by the line, and nice job by the lead blocker, too. Now we've got a penalty. Sideline.
Is that on us?
I think that's on maybe Coach Stern.
Yeah, we got a sideline warning on.
No warning. He wants them back. Just wants the guys back. So
that's a point of emphasis this year as well. They really don't want these coaches stepping out to the numbers. And
so they're calling that on our quarterback last year, Carson Palmer, who relays the plays from Coach Stern into Mason so he doesn't have to run so far. And it looks like he's going to have to stay on the sideline tonight.
Yeah, he is. All right, Phelps moves to the right side to give us a Thackeray. Thackeray's cutting back on the little inside trap and picks up the first down, then some. That's about a 6-yard gain and another first down for the Chargers.
I tell you what, our offensive line even though outweighed against the Monroe Central defensive line, is really dominated in there right now. Caden Scudder, Owen Wiseman, Mac Templeton, Xander Jones. Who else is out there? Xander Friend. They are dominating right now and giving good opportunity here for Thackeray to run the ball, and he's taking every advantage of it, running hard here.
Morris under center. Palmer, Thackeray. Thackeray goes. Thackeray hits the hole hard. He picks up 6 on first down. That's going to bring up 2nd and 4 across to the 41-yard line now.
Yeah, good job there again as he went 4 yards without getting touched. He's going to break one here before long. They are plowing a hole open for him in there, and that was one of their safeties that made a saving tackle there, or that one was good for 6 more too.
The ball on the 41-yard line here in the Decatur County Memorial Hospital 2nd quarter. Morris under center. Palmer, Thackeray behind him. Morris back to pass. Morris throws out to Littmer over on the sideline and picks it up and gets another 5 yards after the catch. Caught the ball at 35. He's down to the 30.
Good job there by Littmer as he knew where the sticks were at. He turned around, got it upfield right away, picked up the first down. Now the North Decatur offense really rolling here now, getting anything they want on the run, and that's opening up the pass. And Chargers down inside, deep inside Monroe Central territory again here for the 4th time in the game. Had the penalty the one time that stopped them. We scored the other 2 times.
Fresh set of downs, ball at the 31-yard line. Jones and Palmer in motion to give to Thackeray. Got a little penetration that time, and that kind of took him off his route. And now he's mowed down after about a yard gain. Bounces off the turf, gets back to the huddle.
It looks like they ran a little bit of a stunt there on that time on the interior. Monroe Central did, and twisted it up a little bit in there and was able to get some penetration on that. That's the first time that they've had any kind of interior penetration in several running plays here. And boy, you look over there, and a couple of them boys already got their hands on their hips. They're going to sub him out.
The defense has been on the field a long time. Morris under center. He's got a tight end and a wing back to the right. That's Palmer. Palmer stays put. Single back in the backfield. Now Palmer in motion across the formation. The give is to Thackeray. Left-hand side. Sees a little cut in the middle. And he picks up another big chunk. 8 yards there on 2nd down.
Yeah, again, we're just running right past their defensive linemen. Our offensive linemen are on them, and they're engaging them, and they're driving them down the field. And Thackeray able to pick and choose what he wants to do in there, picking up positive yards here as we're getting it in clips now, Matt.
3rd and 2 here, all that remains with 8 minutes now as the clock ticks under 8 in the 2nd quarter. Morris trots in the huddle, a little slower pace this drive than the previous 2. Well, the previous one wasn't very long, was it? Just 2 plays and bang. Morris moves Palmer over, now moves him back. Oh, what we got? That gets a false start on number 4. Miscommunication between center and QB. Ball didn't come. Mason was rolling out of there. It's going to back them up 5 and now bring up a little different dynamic on 3rd down. 3rd and 7.
Yeah, hopefully we can handle this. That's happened the last time there. We had a little bit of a breakdown. It killed the drive on 3rd and 8. This will be a little bit different here. We're going to have 2 stabs out of here. We're deep inside their territory.
Morris back to pass. Quick drop. Throw over to Muckerhide. Muckerhide's got it in the flat, and he's going to be out of bounds at the 20-yard line. That should be enough for the first down. It is.
Yep.
And nice little pitch and catch. First down, move the sticks.
Marks it off there. Muckerhide doing a good job here tonight. Hobbled up a little bit. He's had an ankle injury this week, and he's able to fight through it. He's a tough kid, and he's out there tonight, already caught a touchdown pass there, but looks like he got rolled up there a little bit on.
Yeah, I know he's nursing a sore ankle, and that one might have got him a little bit. He's going to play through it, though, I guarantee it. Tough kid.
Nonetheless here, that puts the Chargers in first down, 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line.
Muckerhide and Littmer split to the left. Morris gives to Palmer. Palmer on the inside trap, and he's upfield quickly, picks up 5-6 yards.
Thrown late there. Thrown after Palmer was going down to the turf. 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go here while we wait on the penalty call. We're in the Decatur County Memorial Hospital 2nd quarter. North Decatur leads this thing 15-0 and driving again deep inside Monroe Central territory. we're going to have a discussion here. All right, here we go. Personal foul, targeting
Penalty on the Golden Bears. And that's going to put them half the distance to the goal, and that's going to drop this ball probably about the 7-yard line.
Well, they're still walking her off.
6-yard line. 6.
All right, so now here we go. We're deep inside in the red zone. Decatur County Memorial Hospital, second quarter. North Decatur searching for points here again.
Morris give to Thackeray. Thackeray is met by the D-line, and he got hit a ton.
Big penetration there that time by number 67, 28 for the Bears as they were eating that up on the inside there. All right, so the Chargers back in business here. Morris runs the play in. Caney runs in for Littmer. Second down, ball at the 5-yard line. They did give him one.
Another long drive, efficient drive, using the sticks wisely. This is now the 11th, 12th play of this drive. Morris under center, backs Jones off the line, moves him to the other side, unbalanced left, give Thackeray. No, fake to Thackeray. Now he's going to throw back across the middle. He's got a man at the goal line. Sitting in the end zone was Caney, was the intended target, but I think Golden Bear might have got his hand in there just at the right time.
Yeah,
Tipped that
like
away.
They kind of had it, and then they poked it. That's right. I think he had it at one point, and it got poked out of there. Didn't hang on to it. Now we're at third down, though, here, 3rd and 5, so the Chargers going heavy set now.
Power eye backfield. Oh, we got two guys in
what
motion.
Are we doing?
Dipsy-do, you can't do that. And that's going to back us up now. That's kind of a tough penalty, again, like Chris mentioned earlier in the broadcast.
Yeah, that's a tough one there.
You had the ball at the 5-yard line, and now you're back at the 10 with a 3rd and goal from the 10. And Monroe Central is going to take a timeout. So will we, because we've got bills to pay. You'll be right back. We're listening to Charger Football on WTRE.
Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And right now, through September 30th, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg. Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4-ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
All right, back here live at Ed Kalin Field, where the Chargers had a play in the end zone. The ball was knocked away, and then had a penalty again down at the 5-yard line, and now that's going to back the ball up to the 10-yard line, but it's still 3rd down, so the Chargers here with 2 opportunities. It looks like they're going to run a heavy receiver set out there, as I see Eldridge, Caney, Littmer. Got several of the Mucker hides out there, so we're going to go 5 wide here, Matt.
5 wide, empty backfield, 5-man front in front of Morris. That spreads out this defense a little bit. They're going to bring 4 of them to give a little bit of rush here. See how they handle it? Oh, no. We got a false start, and that's going to back us up another 5.
Now, who was that on?
One of us. I don't know.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is on one of us.
Oh, ouch.
So that's 2 penalties in a row here for the Chargers. So we go from 3rd and 5 at the 5 to 3rd and 15 at the 15.
No,
so the same personnel group stays on here. So we're going to be 5 wide again here.
Well, hopefully the same play works 5 yards deeper. Morris, empty backfield. He's going to handle this one on his own. He's got a 4-man rush he's facing. 5 linemen to deal with a high snap. Lineman do a nice job. He's got a man. Trying to thread the needle to Caney. Caney goes down to a hip to try to catch it. The ball was about 8 inches too low. And now I think we're going to see number 80 put one through the upright.
There we go. Now we're talking.
It's all right. This kid needs a few of these. Let's get Mr. Odell on the board early and often. All right, so now we're at the 21-yard line where we're setting a block. It's a 31-yard field goal attempt for number 80.
All right, Minshew's engage.
31-yarder on its way here for Aiden Odell. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick looks good for another.
Oh, right.
Where did he miss it from?
Finkel.
Were those laces out?
Laces out.
I don't think the laces were out.
Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel.
Well,
I thought he had it. It looked good from up here where we were at.
It looked real nice.
But
I mean, it was good for another 20 yards.
I got one eye going east and one eye going west, so it's hard to say.
That's fair. You never want to talk to Caney face-to-face because you don't know who he's looking at.
All right, so nonetheless here now the Chargers come away with no points there. 5 minutes and 53 seconds to go. Decatur County Memorial Hospital, second quarter. Pitch out here, and we got him chased down. Good job by Eldridge to get off this block.
Eldridge strung that thing out, and
Caleb Phelps come crashing down there, and now, okay, he's all right. Big hit there on the sideline, number 20. Good job there by the Chargers.
Is that Phelps that tattooed him out of bounds?
Yeah, Phelps, Eldridge just strung it out, forced it to the sideline, and Phelps coming down from his linebacker position put a good hit on him there.
Well, I tell you what, Jeremiah Uliam is a heck of an athlete, too, and he's flying over here to the sideline, and Phelps did well just to get there and then to lay the hit, knock him out of bounds, and Jeremiah felt that one. He's back in. He's going to stay in the game, though. Wilson's taking some
They're
time.
going to have to hurry to get this one off, Matt.
Took some time getting some personnel in, and now they scamper. And Wilson's got 4 on the play clock, down to 3, 2. He gets it off, and he's going to roll over to the right-hand side. He's going to be brought down by Friend. Friend's got him all wrapped up, but he needs Friend.
That's Thackeray, I think.
Mac Templeton showed up to the party. The first one there was Xander Friend, number 67, gets there in a hurry. Thackeray and Friends help him finish him off.
Good job there, boys. That was some nice defensive pressure. Xander Friend playing a tough game inside tonight for the Chargers, playing right over there in that nose tackle area and doing a good job. Colin Thackeray there coming in too. 4 minutes and 54 seconds to go here. Decatur County Memorial Hospital, second quarter. North Decatur got him in third and long again as, boy, Monroe Central just really hasn't had any offense here tonight. This Charger defense is being stingy.
Yeah, they're really flowing the ball hard, and now Monroe Central is going to call a timeout. This is a big third down for them, momentum-wise in the game. They're going to take a timeout, so will we. We're listening to Charger football on WTRE.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
All right, back here live at the Corral. North Decatur up on this one 15-0. And it is 4 minutes and 39 seconds to go in Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter. North Decatur defense here has really played good tonight. No big plays, very little yardage whatsoever. And you got to think Monroe Central is going to have to put the ball in the air here. And the last time they did that, Mr. Littmer caught it instead of the guy in a white jersey.
All right, Lane Wilson's going to be operating in the gun with 5 receivers set. Rare from the Golden Bears. One guy stays in to protect. Wilson throws it off his back foot, and it's almost picked off by Palmer. He underthrew that badly. Palmer bounces off his chest, and now Monroe Central's going to have to punt this one out of there.
Yeah, good defense there again, as there was no chance for him to get that in anywhere. I'm actually surprised he threw it, and Palmer was just coming across the middle but unable to hang on to it. Bounced off his chest like Matt said, but nonetheless it's going to give the Chargers here good field positions. Our guys are going to line up at about the 50-yard line, so barring a big punt, we're going to have this ball in Monroe Central territory or daggone close to it.
Garrett, daggone close is a measurement that means fairly close. And the punt is up in the air. It dribbles down to Littmer. Littmer picks it up. Thackeray lays a nice block, but another guy squeaked through and mowed down Littmer. But we're going to have this ball at the 46-yard line where they're going to mark it.
I don't know if we're going to have time for a break because it looks like they're going to go pretty fast here.
4:26 from their own 46. 4:26 on the clock.
Decatur County Memorial Hospital, second quarter. Chargers put up 15 points in the H&R Block first quarter here tonight.
Nothing in the second, just been a stalemate here, back and forth, a little slower pace. Now we got quad receivers bunched over here to the right. Retrievers, the pass is a bubble screen over here to Muckride. Muckride's got space. He's across the 40. He's going to be shoved out of bounds about the 30-yard line. And what did we pick up there? There's about
big chunk,
24 yards on first down.
We got the old Labrador Retriever and the Golden Retriever out there in front of him, and as Matt was calling them retrievers there, was able to get that down there. Ball all the way down to the 31-yard line. Big play there by the Chargers.
Now 5 receiver set, empty backfield for Morris. Looks like Monroe Central is going to come with a 3-man rush, make it 4. They got to stand up in on the other side. Goolsby reaches him. The pass is to Muckride. Muckride in space now. He's got a block. He sheds 2 tackles, and now he's across the 10, and he's going to be slung out of bounds. Still fighting down by the goal line. He got that thing all the way into the 5.
Yeah, excellent job there by Caden as they slung that out to him, and then he was able to break that about 3 or 4 tackles there consecutively and get the ball all the way down. Looks like at about the 2-yard line. North Decatur in business here with still over 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. But we've been here before.
2 big chunks, 24 yards and 26, both to Muckerhide, I believe. And now we're down inside the 2-yard line. Ball's on the 2. Morris under center with 2 tight ends. Thackeray the lone back. The give is to Thackeray. Thackeray tries to find some space, and he's close, says his lineman. And they give it to him.
Touchdown. Charger in the barn. Thackeray puts the Chargers another 6 points on the board as he dives across the goal line down there to put another Charger in the barn. 21-0 now. 3 minutes and 44 seconds to go. Mr. Odell out to attempt the extra point. Cooper Palmer on the hold. I believe it's Shane Powell on the. There it is. Good-looking kick.
That kick's good. That's good.
All right, so Mr. Odell taps on the extra point, 22-0, North Decatur. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Charger Football on WTRE.
This is Michelle Gauk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
All right, back here live. Now we're live. All right. Ed Kalen Field, North Decatur 22. Monroe Central 0. Cheerleaders doing their part down there with some push-ups.
Well, we talked about starting fast and starting efficient, Chris, and North Decatur's had the ball 5 times. Only one of those drives has ended in a turnover and downs. The other one, the missed field goal, but the other 3 end up in touchdowns. It takes us 22-0 here. Monroe Central, 3 punts and an interception. So North Decatur imposing their will here in the first half and has started incredibly efficient, incredibly accurate, executing on all phases.
Looks like the defensive old here tonight, Matt.
It really does, doesn't it? I mean, you got speed flying to the ball, and Monroe Central's having a hard time.
Good kick.
Odell gets a good one down to the 10-yard line in the air. Justice Olam on the return and makes the first man miss, but not the second 3. They all converge at the same time. Does Eldridge,
It's like
Caney.
Eldridge, McKinney, and Caney.
Dylan Coons. Dylan Coons was in there as well.
Good job there. Kick coverage team. It looks like that young man's got some speed back there. And
where are we starting here? 3:38, and they're going to have the ball on the 31-yard line.
And trots on the quarterback here. Been a struggle here for the Monroe Central offense here tonight as the North Decatur defenses came out to play. Now they're going to go in tight, Matt.
Yeah, double wing, double tight. Ball's coming this way, motion this way. He's going to spin out of it and trap back the other way. And he's going to pick up about 3 yards on that.
Well, that's probably, they're going to give him 5. That's one of their better runs here tonight. So change of philosophy here now as they've had at least 1 or 2 wideouts on every play, and now they are going to sucker in tight. Now, Matt, this is more close to the offense they ran up at the Jamboree.
Yeah, Garrett, you're going to have to cover for me here for a second. All right.
Matt killing bugs up here with his hat.
Just everybody stay out.
Yep. Call safe light. Good job by Owen Eldridge there. Big tackle there as Owen fought off his block and then made the tackle out there. Good pursuit by Cohen Thackeray, Owen Wiseman, and Caden Buckerhigh, but that play was made by Eldridge.
You know, as an exterminator as well, did you?
I did not know. Yeah, look at that.
I destroyed that yellow jacket.
He pinned them guts up there on
He didn't stand a chance. Didn't even leave a spot on my hat. What'd I miss?
Nice play out here on the edge by Eldridge as he held his ground, was able to come in on the tackle. Good pursuit then by Thackeray and Wiseman.
Well, it had to be negative, too, because they got +5. So now we're 3rd and 8.
Now they're back into lining up here.
Boy, we're going to go wide here. 5 receiver set. Wilson back to pass. He's going to sling it across the seam. He's got a man. Caught. First down. Their first down of the game comes with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the half.
Decatur County Memorial Hospital, second quarter. Clock's going to run here as soon as they get the chains set. And just kind of a stab route there across the center. Just ran him across the center and passed him along and unable to catch up to him. First down of the first half. 2 minutes to go.
Good job by this defense so far.
All right, well, let's hold now. Now what are we doing? All right, so the refs killed the clock. I don't know what they're doing now.
I think number 52, that was an illegal substitution.
So he was trying to come on? Or he was trying to go on. Nonetheless.
Well, they make him go back over there. Wilson back to pass. Got some time. He finds that seam route again. Almost the same route.
Yeah, exactly.
Picks up about 7 yards on that play.
So 2 almost identical plays there and 2 identical
outcomes.
Absolutely.
Results.
All right, so now the Chargers here. Minute and 23 seconds to go. Monroe Central does not seem to be in that big of a hurry for being down 22-0. Nonetheless, they're on the ball here.
Wilson back to pass. Gets it out of there in a hurry. Leads him just a little too much. Good coverage over there by Jack Caney right on his hip. And when that ball got there, he swatted it to the turf. And that pass was intended for, haven't called this young man's name. That was Justice Davis. Oh, there's Justices.
Number 85.
And Olams.
Big kid. All right, so now the Chargers got him in 3rd and short here. 3rd and 2, minute 10 to go, second quarter. Probably 2 down territory here if you're Monroe Central.
Man in motion. Wilson has to shovel pass. The ball is loose.
No, incomplete pass. Incomplete pass.
They hit the turf. I really thought he caught it off of his chest, but I think the ball hit the turf. Dylan Coons almost had himself an interception there if he was the first one there, whoever it was.
Nonetheless, that was a nice play in there. That was a play that, look, they're going to punt? Wow.
I don't know.
Minute 6 to go here. And
the ball's up midfield.
They run the punt team on.
They're going to give it back to us. Jeremiah Olam back to punt. He's going to stand with his heels on his own 43-yard line. He's a good punter. He's got a good leg.
Over his head. Go, boys.
And there goes Cohen Thackeray. Thackeray on the chase. He kicks him over the left-hand side. He tries to kick it. And it is caught by the kicking team. And
I'm going to get out the yakety sax. That was the Benny Hill show there.
Woo, boy. That did not go well for the Golden Bears.
No, that did not.
And, and just blow up in their face.
I think the young man would just have been better to try to run that. Thackeray was hot on his heels back there.
I think he really wanted to get more out of that emergency punt than what he did.
Nonetheless, this is going to give the Chargers excellent field position inside the 35-yard line. with a minute to go here in the Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter. 3 wide, 1 on the top, 2, 5 wide again, Matt.
5 wide, empty backfield for Morris. Morris, long snap. Here we go. Got a man over the left-hand side. That's Muckride. Muckride's got a block in front of him. He finds a seam, and he breaks it. And he's down inside the 15-yard line. But his explosion when he accelerates is just tough to catch. That one all the way down to the 15. Picks up 19 yards.
We're going to go quick, Matt. Get your pencil ready there. It's going to start smoking. We're 5 wide again.
5 wide again. Hurry up offense. Morris has got him in the gun. He's going to snap it here quick. Surveys the defense. He's back to pass. Looking left. Now he's going to go to his right-hand side. Rolls that way. Throws one over the middle. Got a man! It's caught by Katie! Just like that, 2 plays, and the Chargers are in the end zone. 20 seconds.
Good job there. Jack was initially covered on that and was able to get in there. And that's a Charger in the barn.
Caney strikes from 15 yards out off the arm of Morris, and the Chargers put that up, literally, Burt, 20.4 seconds and have it in the end zone. And, again, that just kind of blows up on the Monroe Central's face on that bad punt.
Mr. Odell out now to put the extra point on, 28-0.
Snap is good. Hold is good.
Good.
Yep.
And it is good.
All right, so now here at the Corral, home of the Chargers, 29-0 as North Decatur's exploded in this one in the first half. You're listening to Charger Football on WTRE.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
All right, back here live at Ed Kalen Field, where the Chargers have really come out hard and blown this thing wide open here in the first half, 29-0. And now Matt, it's junior high football night tonight. Matt is the head coach of the junior high football, so it is me and the rookie up here, Mr. Schwerin up here. So as the Chargers are getting ready to kick off here, and the official out there checking the PSI on the football. All right, so here we go.
Setup.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to set up here on the near side. Looks like we're going to try to maybe corner kick this one a little bit. Hash kick it. As we're building strength down here, too, in the cheerleaders. 29 push-ups, right, Garrett?
Yeah.
There it is. Monroe Central bringing it up the near side here. They're going to run him right out of bounds. Good job there. Who's that on the number there?
It's like Hunter Meister.
Hunter Meister, sophomore at work there. So Hunter Meister with the tackle, runs him out of bounds. And that's where Monroe Central is going to start out. 34.8 seconds to go here in the Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter. Chargers in control of this thing, 29-0. It's National Guard night here tonight. Nice presentation of colors there to begin the game, wasn't it, Garrett?
Brought the team out on the field. They got bounce houses, some trucks, and just nice to have everything out here.
Yeah, it's a cool thing that they do, and it just kind of adds to the game. All right, so now under center here, there's going to be an outside handoff, and that's going outside over here. Little room. Here comes the Chargers, and boy, there's just not much doing over there. Cohen Thackeray coming over there, and you can feel the momentum now, can't you, Garrett?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's flying to the football. All right, so pickup of about 4, almost 5 on that. 2nd and 5 for the Chargers. 30.3 seconds left as the young man ran out of bounds there for Monroe Central. All right, so the Golden Bears to the line now. Coach Stern calls in the secondary. They move the thing up. Now we're going to run it outside here again. Oh, there we go. 75.
75.
Caden Scudder there coming through. Getting a good play there. He was able to get some penetration there and nowhere for them to go. And that's going to do it. I think they're going to let this thing run out. The Bears are going into hibernation here at halftime. It's 29-0. And a good half there by the Chargers. And that's going to be it. 29-0 here at halftime. North Decatur on top. You're listening to Charger Football on WTRE.
Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4-ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milbert, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
All right, back here live at Ed Kalin Field as we go to halftime here. We've got 15 minutes on the clock. They're getting ready to count it down. And North Decatur here leads this thing 29-0. And the Chargers just impose their will on the Golden Bears here in the first half, just doing everything right, not grabbing them by the throat on defense, not letting up. And, boy, the offense high and flying, and it's fun to watch football when it's going on like that. Mr. Schwerin over here, he went over and got me some stats from Mrs. Stern, so we're going to read those off to you right now. First downs here tonight, and again, folks, this is the first half. Monroe Central had 2 first downs, and they got those late. North Decatur with 13 first downs, and they also scored on some pretty big plays. So good job there by the Chargers. Rushing yards, Monroe Central has 12 rushes for it looks like -2 yards. North Decatur has 20 rushes for 54 yards. Passing yards, now here's where the difference is, folks. Monroe Central has 25 yards on those last 2 passes that they caught right there before halftime, and North Decatur has 207 pass yards. So Monroe Central is 3 of 7, and looks like the Chargers are 12 of 14. Plays so far tonight, Monroe Central has ran 19 plays for a total of 23 yards. -2 rushing yards, 25 passing yards. That's pretty dominant by the defense, isn't it, Garrett?
Yeah.
And then on the North Decatur side there, 34 plays for 261 yards, as North Decatur's already up over 250 yards at halftime. Average per play, 1.2 for Monroe Central, 7.7 for the Chargers. Penalties, there was 3 for Monroe Central, 30 yards, 5 for the Chargers, 40 yards. That's a little bit more than what you want to see, and that stalled a drive or 2 down there for us. Possession time here, 9 minutes and 7 seconds for Monroe Central, 0 points. 14 minutes and 14 seconds for North Decatur, and 29 points. So very, very, very efficient there. Turnovers there as North Decatur had the interception, and that's the way that thing stands. So, well, Garrett, I tell you what, it can't be any more dominating on from a defensive or an offensive perspective. Absolutely. There, as North Decatur really imposed their will. North Decatur now here tonight on National Guard Night, introducing the junior high football team out here. Good group of young men. And I believe they're undefeated on the season so far this year. All right, so we're going to take a quick break here. We're going to pay a few bills here. You're listening to Charger Football on WTRE.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
This is Michelle Gauk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.DecaturCountySolidWaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
All right, back here live at Ed Kalin Field. And North Decatur leads this thing 29-0. We're in the Stones Farm Service halftime here. Thank you to Stones Farm Service, our halftime sponsor here for every game. And going to go over the scoring for you here. So North Decatur scores with 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first quarter to go up 6-0. Thackeray on the run in there on that. And then after the penalty, we were going to kick the extra point. The penalty moves the ball up, and Thackeray goes in for the pony points, too, as he gets the full 8 points. And North Decatur, with 6 minutes and 20 seconds, leads 8-0. Then Monroe Central with the ball. They go a 3-and-out and turn it over on downs. Then North Decatur, with 2 plays, a 42-yard touchdown pass with 45 seconds to go in the first quarter from Mr. Morris to Mr. Muckerhide, and the PAT by Odell was good. That made it 15-0. Then after that, there's a change of quarters there with a Monroe Central going out. Then North Decatur goes on a long drive, gets all the way down to the 5-yard line, and then gets 2 penalties in a row, backs them up to 3rd and 15. They're unable to get the first down, get the ball in. They go for the field goal by Odell, and he misses it just right with plenty of leg, but nonetheless still went wide right. So it's still 15-0. Then after Monroe Central punt again and out, North Decatur again gets the ball, and they move it down in about 4 plays, 46 yards, a Thackeray touchdown. That makes it 21-0. Odell comes on for the extra point and puts it at 22-0 with 4 minutes and 26 seconds to go in the second quarter. And then that's when things got a little hairy. So North Decatur puts Monroe Central back, and they go for a punt, and the punt is snapped over the young man's head. He takes off running with it, decides he's going to try to kick it, and is unable to kick it. And North Decatur gets the ball down inside territory. And then 3 plays later, a pass by Morris. North Decatur at this point, the last 2 possessions, was going 5 wide, and a 34-yard pass to Jack Caney from Mason Morris. That puts it up to 28-0, and then the extra point again by Odell, and that brings us to our halftime score, 29-0. So that's where we stand. Monroe Central with 4 punts, a turnover on downs, and an interception. So that's not the way you want to go, is it, Garrett? So North Decatur again up 29-0 in this. We're in the Stones Farm Service halftime show here. We're going to get Garrett to take us to break here and show us a couple more commercials. You're listening to Charger Football on WTRE.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy-Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's Used Car Superstore, Buy-Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy-Right Auto, Greensburg's Used Car Superstore.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And right now, through September 30th, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg. Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4 ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
All right, back here live at Ed Kalin Field. 6 minutes and 30 seconds of halftime left here. And Garrett Schwering, and we introduced him to you guys last year. He was
last week.
Last week, that's right. Sorry about that. Good call. See, he's already correcting me. Yeah, last week up at Eastern Hancock, he traveled up there with us and sat in the sauna with us as we had, 2 seats in a 3-man booth, right? Yeah, it was pretty rough in there. Nonetheless, he is with the yearbook, right?
Yep.
Okay, so good. So he's helping us out this year and doing a fine job of that. And Garrett, that was a pretty good first half of football.
Sure was.
Yeah, I tell you, they really took the ball up and down the field there, and the defense was just right on top of everything. And I would say the coaching staff was a little bit upset with the Chargers there last week, as the second half wasn't the kind of second half that we're used to here, the Charger brand. And they've responded very well here tonight. And now, you got the first half under your belt, but you got to put the second half together too, don't you?
Sure do.
Yeah. We'd like to see them get a few more touchdowns in there. Then we can start to sprinkle in, some of those younger guys as we get down there. Some of your classmates, as you're a sophomore too, correct? Yeah. And so we'll hopefully get to see some of those younger guys play here in the fourth quarter tonight if the guys can keep going as planned. So while we're here at the Stones Farm Service halftime, 5 minutes to go. They just got done announcing the junior high as they came across the field. And we're going to take a couple more commercial breaks. We'll come back here with about 2 minutes or so to go before the start of the third quarter. You're listening to Charger Football on WTRE.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
All right, back here live at Ed Kalin Field. Right now you've got Chris Caney and Garrett Schwering up here in the booth as Matt Morris has went MIA. And we're going to come back, and Garrett's going to take us through our sponsors here tonight as we appreciate all these sponsors that help us make it possible here.
The quarter sponsors: first quarter, H&R Block; second quarter, Decatur County Memorial Hospital; third quarter, we're still in the search for one; fourth quarter, Napoleon State Bank. Our halftime sponsor is Stones Farm Service. Platinum sponsors: Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, Acre Automotive Group, Buy Right Auto, Decatur County Recycling, Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Our trio sponsors: Walters Tires, Hamilton Tebby Law Office, and the cheer block: Russ Hubler Ford, Levensteam's Abbey Carpet, Fleetwood Chevrolet, and Fry's A&W.
All right, so thank you to you sponsors out there. Thank you to Stones here for sponsoring the halftime show as coaches are starting to come back up here in the box and climb up the ladder, so that tells me that they're getting pretty close for maybe the kids coming back out. So we're going to take a quick commercial breaks here so we can get ready for the start of the second half. You're listening to Charger Football on WTRE.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's Used Car Superstore, Buy Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy Right Auto, Greensburg's Used Car Superstore.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
All right, back here live at Ed Kalen Field, home of the Chargers, as the clock is wound down here in the Stones Farm Service halftime show. They put the extra 3 minutes up there as Monroe Central is now jogging through the end zone, and the Chargers are right behind them to come out. So we're gonna have about 3 minutes here. They'll give the teams to warm up, and then we'll be back in business here. So we're going to close out the Stones Farm Service halftime show. We'll take just a quick commercial break, and then we'll come back and preview the second half. You're listening to Charger Football on WTRE.
Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And right now, through September 30th, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg.
All right, back here live as Cowbell Nation has come to its feet here as the Chargers with a 29-0 lead. And, yeah, Matt hasn't seen the stats yet. We went over them, and it's pretty lopsided, Matt, to say the least. So about 254 yards for the Chargers, 207 of that passing, and about 50, not even 50 yards, I think, for the Monroe Central. Negative yards on the rushing side.
That's a big deal. And 2 first downs for an entire half of football. That's
and those were late in the second quarter on a
That's
kind
right.
of a just needed to they went to a different set there, and we just needed a couple plays to adjust, and after that we shut that down as well too. So yeah, Garrett and I were talking about it. Just an impressive first half there. One of the best half
of the season.
Yeah, first or second half. So they really came out. We talked about it a little bit that. You know, that wasn't our brand of football last week to come out in the second half and just didn't play up to the capability I think that this team has. And I think the coaches kind of rode them a little bit this week and, put it on them a little bit. And I think they responded really well here in the first half.
Well, obviously it was a point of emphasis this week, and that was not our style, and that's not how we're going to be. I think another thing that you have to kind of credit, too, is you gauge the toughness between last week's performance and this week's performance, and really there's some gutty performances going on both in trenches and by the skills positions. There's been some big hits. There's been some feisty pursuits and gang tackling and stuff that you just didn't see. Now, granted, I don't know if it was hot and miserable to play football that last week against Hancock or not, but a lot tougher Charger football team on the field here this evening, and it's more our brand.
Yeah, I would agree. And other than just a couple penalties that they had down there in the end, near the goal line there at the 5-yard line that backed them up when we had the missed field goal there. But other than that, they've played a pretty crisp game here. I think they had 3 penalties total. Unfortunately, both of them were drive killers, so we'd like to see that go away here as the course of the year goes on. But overall, a pretty clean game and an excellent game here by the defense.
So the rookie did okay during the Stones Farm Service halftime show?
He did well. Yeah, he
did
well.
Good.
So,
welcome aboard, Garrett Schwaring.
I told him we welcomed him in last year. He had to correct me that it was last week. So,
yeah. Did you have any trouble reading that old MS-DOS font on that stat sheet from the computer? Did you figure out how to interpret all that?
That's Run Arty. You don't know what that is, but that used to be a game we'd play in computers. That's
See,
Mrs. Stern's computer over there, I think that's got the coordinates in it that we could shoot off an atomic bomb from that thing.
So you got to understand, Chris and I were around when they invented computers, and we saw the first few models.
The ones where you had to feed the chipmunks in the back.
Yeah. The old cathode ray tubes, all of that.
Yeah. Cause you to go blind.
Yeah, binary.
Had to change a tube every so
01,
often.
01, 01, 01.
All right, so now both teams, time has expired out of the 3 minutes. We're warmed up. Monroe Central already out on the field. They're ready to get the ball. And the Charger kickoff team is huddled over here around Coach McKinney. And we're going to get this thing underway here in just a few moments.
I didn't ask, but you guys are okay if I sit in the second half?
Yeah.
My knees are singing to me.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, since you came up and just sat down, I guess we really don't have a lot of decision there, do we, Garrett?
No.
Sure.
You want this other chair here,
No,
too,
I'm
to
good.
stretch your legs
No,
out
I'm
on?
good. I could use a recliner, but
Talk
I feel
to
like
Mr. Johnson, see if we can get a lazy boy
That's
up here
just
next
getting-
week. What about Taft Furniture? There we go. There's our third quarter sponsor.
I need
baby.
a knee doctor to sign up for a sponsorship and Taft Furniture for a power recliner.
All right, so the Chargers now.
Speaking of that, we're at a home game, and we don't have the cheer block down there with the Ford and the.
Well, they're down here.
The
On
carpet.
the end zone.
So we need the Russ Hubler Ford and Levenstein's Abbey Carpet and Chevrolet parked down there with some trucks and have a block
Well,
party.
they got a big truck out back here. The National Guard bought the big boy, didn't they?
That's not a small one.
All right, so mint green. Keith Hoeing's old Mustang color.
Keith had a mint green Mustang.
Yes, he did.
Attaboy. Odell, number 80. From the 40, end over end. Boy, we haven't seen that much this year. That's all the way down to the 3-yard line. High pop fly. Justice Olam coming
near
back the other way
side.
at the 20.
There we go,
And
Mr. Meister again.
Meister wraps him up. Xander Jones finishes him off. Good job, 89 and 81 on the team tackle there. And that's going to be, he might as well just kept it. In the end zone.
Good little teamwork there as he brings it out to, let's see, about the 20. 20. Yeah, I'm going to give him the 22.
Yeah.
He's a good kid.
Yeah, he is.
22-yard line. So good job there by the kick coverage team, and good kick as always by Eldridge. All right, so now they're going to pack it in tight again.
All right, they're going to stick with what works here. They give it to Olin. Olin breaks free, and now Muckerhide's giving chase. And I don't know, this is a foot race, and it's about evenly matched. Can Muckerhide catch him? He's going to try to dive, and we let him score. We let him score from 80 yards out, first 20 seconds of the second half.
Well, and that's not what you wanted to see there. Uh-oh. Now we got a flag here, too.
So that was...
That's after the touchdown, though. So the touchdown's going to stand for sure.
That was...
Boy, and just like that, that's not the way you want to start the second half.
Well, they found something that they liked, and Jeremiah Olim was the recipient. And, boys, so now we know that Jeremiah Olim and Caden Muckerhide are the same speed.
Yeah, because they were about 3 yards apart, and that's the way they stayed for about 50 yards all the way down the field.
I don't know what this flag is, but...
Well, it was after the touchdown, so they're going to go over and talk to the Monroe Central. And they're going to come over here and talk to us, too. Why'd I tell you, we just had a couple missed tackles in there. We probably should have made him, but it was actually a pretty nice block play, too, as well. But our corner, Caney, had a chance out here on the outside, was unable to wrap him up down inside, and linebackers got blocked down inside, and just a little bit of a stick there. Now we're going to find out what the penalty is. Touchdown's good. Unsportsmanlike.
Boy, it is quiet, and you can hear this official talking through the window. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Monroe Central. It'll be assessed on the kickoff.
All right, so unsportsmanlike. Somebody said something to somebody that the officials didn't like, I don't think.
So Olam goes 80 yards.
That's
and,
no good.
The kicker shanks the PAT, and it's going to be 29-6 here as we start the second half. And not a whole lot of time has run off that third quarter clock.
No, it took him 20 seconds. Well, not even that, because they did run the kickoff back there a little bit. So, nonetheless, they get about a 15-second sprint down the field there. All right, so the Chargers here now got a rebound from that. Don't let that ruin on what's been a dominant game here. One play, don't let it ruin you. So let's get that offense back out there. We talked about it a little bit, Matt. The Chargers when they went to that 5-wide set there, about the last 2 or 3 drives, looked really good. Morse looked good at reading and surveying the defense, and receivers were running good routes, and passes caught by a lot of different guys, and that's what you like to see.
That was the most crisp half of football that we've obviously seen from this Charger team all season. They were hitting on all cylinders, both offensively and defensively. And, boy, you didn't expect the second half to start like that. But
all right, so we're going to think there's an onside kick here, as we've got everybody up and only Muckerhide back.
We fully expect this. They were shouting hands from the sidelines. Number 32 is back to kick, Nick Hendrickson, the sophomore.
All right, so let's see.
He wasn't kicking earlier in the game, was he?
He tried the extra point.
He did, but there was another fella kicking the opening kickoff.
He's going back like he's going to kick it. If you do, he's got to run 25 yards to get to the ball.
He'll be tired.
That's a little exaggeration, but he's a long way back there. All right, so let's see what they do. And they're going to kick it deep. That's going to get to Muckerhide. Is he going to get? Yep, he's got it.
He'll pick it up.
He makes a first man miss.
And now
Still
he's
on
into
his
the
feet.
second level.
Good return.
He's almost to midfield. They mow him down at the 47-yard line.
So good job there by the hands team. Actually got even a little blocking in there and was able to hold them in there and got a good return on that. Almost up to the, well, it's at the 48-yard line. So we're almost midfield here already. So. All right, so 29-6. We're in the third quarter here at Ed Kalin Field.
Morris under center. Jones in motion, left to right, right to left to give us to Thackeray. Thackeray's trying to pile ahead. He's only going to get a yard or two over the left-hand side. Good pursuit from those linebackers. Well, he's taking some shots, and I'm telling you, Corbin Thackeray is 165 pounds. And he's taking shots from these linebackers and D linemen that outweigh him by 100 pounds, but he keeps pushing the pile forward.
Yeah, he's ran the ball hard tonight, Matt. There's no doubt about that. He's really searching in there. I like the way he's running. He's going north and south, and he's running with some authority.
Jones in motion from left to right. Parmer, Thackeray in the backfield. Roll out past the right-hand side.
He's got him.
He's got a man up the right-hand side. That's caught, knocked out of bounds. That pass was caught by
Littmer.
Ty Littmer snags another one. That's a nice 12-yard gain and move the sticks.
That's a great play there as they ran Ty out. He does the out, run Muckerhide out behind him, and the safety goes with him. Littmer's open on the sideline, makes the catch, and turns it upfield to get enough for the first down. So now the Chargers already down to the Monroe Central 40-yard line here. All right, so North Decatur comes out 3 wide on the far side.
They give us a Thackeray. Thackeray in the middle of the field runs into that Golden Bear wall.
67. That guy's a big guy. What's his name, Matt?
Yep, he's not on there.
He's not.
Nope, they snuck him in at halftime. He's a big dude.
They didn't sneak him in. I seen him in the first half too. Yeah, he's a whopper. He's been a force at different times in there. Now, our offensive line controlled that first half. Don't get me wrong. So, again, still positive yardage. 2nd and 7 here.
Split to the left here. They give us to Thackeray. Again, Thackeray's still running hard. Oh, boy, he takes wicked angled hits. I mean, he's just bouncing around like a pinball.
Got that body contorted in there in different spots. They're going to give him, though, about 6 yards. No, about 5 yards on that.
He's going to pick up another 5. It's going to bring up, we'll call it 4. He's going to bring up about 3rd and 3 here. 9:47 left. They've already chewed 2 minutes off this clock on this drive. This started on our own 48.
All right, so plenty of time here on the play clock as Morse runs on the field. Still 15 seconds left on the play clock. Plenty of time. So Chargers come to the line of scrimmage here. They're going to run 2 guys out here to the near side, wide, Muckerhide and Littmer.
Morris under center. The trap to Cooper. Cooper's got a huge hole on that side. Great job by that offensive line on the trap. All the way down to the 15-yard line.
Well blocked there.
Picks up 19 yards on the inside trap, and that's nice to see out of Coop.
Yeah, Palmer with a nice run there. I tell you what, he came around that corner, and there was nobody there. Well blocked over there on that side by the Charger line, and Cooper knew what to do with it. He took it down the field, and that puts us in, where are we at? The 16-yard line, 1st and 10.
Fresh set of downs from the 16. Morris under center, puts Palmer in motion left to right. He's back, gives to Thackeray. Thackeray over the right tackle, and he hits that at 96 miles an hour. Gets mowed down after a 4-yard gain.
Well, big 67 came cruising through, and he just missed that. Somebody, I think Mac Templeton or one of those guys, just kind of rode him like an old Textan saddle out of the way over there. And
Textan. Was that a nice brand of saddle back in the day?
That's what I rode.
You didn't ride any saddles.
Yes, I did.
Let's be real. Let's be honest with our listeners.
Oh boy.
Textan saddles. Now did that have a rope cinch or a back to passes Morris? Morris got a guy in the end zone, and it's caught at the goal line. And give it to him. Touchdown, Xander Jones.
That's another Charger in the barn. So North Decatur responds to the long touchdown run to put points up on the board themselves. Goes right down the field. 8 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And now
number 4, number 81 hooked up there. And Jones, that was 11 yards out, I believe, wasn't it? And now 80 to put the extra point on.
Oh, no, I think he missed that one.
I think that one's outside the right post. PAT is no good. And that will bring us to 35-6 for the Charger lead here at 8:15 left in the third quarter. Mark, we'll take a quick break. You're listening to Charger Football on WTRE.
Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4 ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
All right, back here live, Charger fans, at Ed Kalen Field. Well, we got 8 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in third quarter at the Corral here at North Decatur. North Decatur cheerleaders pumping out 35 push-ups here as North Decatur leads this thing 35-6. And what's been a dominant play on the defense here tonight other than a long run that got away from them. So we'll see. Now the defense needs to be licking their chops wanting to get back out there, Matt.
Yeah, number 80 is going to put this one in the air, and the defense has got to reconcile what happened on the last drive, which was a one-play 80-yard touchdown run. 80's got his foot into it. Low line drive all the way down to the 5-yard line. Olam, I believe, nope, it is not Olam. He kicks over the left-hand side. He's got a seam, and he's down to the 30. Across the 30 to the 32. That was number 6, Carter Duncan, the junior, 175-pounder.
Looked like Burkhardt on the tackle over there.
And you are correct. Nolan Burkhardt on the hit. They're going to start this thing at the 31-yard line.
All right, so the North Decatur defense coming out here fresh off about a 70-some-yard sprint to the end zone. Now they're just going in tight again here. Here it comes again.
Coming this way.
Yep.
And it's a trap to the backside. Olam over on the left-hand side has got some space. He's going to pick up 9, and we're struggling to pick up the ball in that double-wing T formation.
Well, it's something totally different than what they were doing for most of the first half. They did go to that there on their last drive and actually threw out of it a couple times, but they're coming back out to it here in the second half, and the only they're gaining some yards on that. The only disadvantage to that is that's a ground-and-pound game, and they got a lot of points to make up, and that runs a lot of time off the clock, Matt.
That's fair. And Wilson will keep him in that double-wing formation with single back behind him. He's going to spin around and pitch, this time to Justice Olam, and he's going to get swallowed up. It took just enough time in the backfield to let the defensive line break through, and I don't know who all was there first.
Well, there was a whole herd of Chargers out there, and we did a good job of contain over here on this side as Jones and Caney got upfield, but not too deep upfield, and it made that young man look to have to turn it inside. And now the Chargers here in third and about 3, a long 3, a short 4. And be nice to get a holder. All right, now they're going to go split a couple guys out.
Empty backfield, 4 wide receivers set. 3 down here to the near side, 1 up top split. Back to passes Wilson. Wilson looks over to his right-hand side. He's met immediately. Great play by Jack Caney. Closed on the ball, swiped it down. Perfect coverage, young man. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, Jack comes up from his corner spot, gets there right when the ball gets there, and knocks him away.
Oh, that is fourth down. My bad.
And that brings up 4th down, and on goes the punt team. Hey, Schwering, I'm doing a real terrible job of citing the tackling Chargers. So if you see who made the hit, call it a number, and we'll give some folks some credit.
Matt recently got cataracts taken off.
I did. Boy, that is a boot. All the way back to the 20-yard line where it's fair caught by Ty Littmer. And
over the shoulder, too. I'm
wisely,
glad he hung on to that.
Wisely so. That was a 50-yard punt in the air. And it had a launch velocity of about 107 mile an hour off the foot. Is that what you saw on the screen? 107.
Yeah, we've got that kind of technology.
We do. Nobody believes that, but sure, come out of there like a rocket.
Well, they can't call you a liar. Nobody knows for sure. So, sure, they got a few people raising their eyebrows out there.
I like that when you're watching baseball
time.
nowadays, though. You know, what's his name for the Reds? Ellie De La Cruz. You always get his launch velocity.
Yeah.
I want a Corbin Thackeray
He didn't launch too many today. He struck out.
I want a launch velocity on Thackeray.
All right, now here we go. This is that bunch set again. This was where we threw to Muckerhide.
Empty backfield for Morris. 4 bunch to the left. The fake is to Muckerhide on the jet. Over the top. Sanders going to go to the house for 80 yards down to the 10. 5. Touchdown. Caught everybody looking at Muck.
And
Sanders sneaks out the back door.
Charger in the barn.
That was beautiful.
Boy, you couldn't have drawn it up any better. All eyes on number 10. He comes across in the jet sweep. All eyes go there, and nobody accounted for number 81 behind the safety. Morris throws a strike, and for his 4th touchdown of the night, that one goes 80 yards.
Yeah, great job there. And one thing we haven't talked about is it's been excellent protection tonight by the line. Mason's done an excellent job of throwing the football, but it makes a difference when you're not standing back there and people are around your feet back there or knocking you in the head. Odell on.
Come on, Odie.
He hits the upright.
Ball is through.
No, bounces in front.
Boy, he put a shake on that pole, though. Look at that thing wobbling.
Boy, we need old Ed Kalin out here. They used to be here, the old welder. I think we bent a pole on that one.
My goodness, look
that
out,
thing's
folks.
Still shaking.
I don't think those folks are safe. Are those welds good?
They're good. They're good.
That thing is wobbling
All
down
right,
there.
So that's going to line us up to 41-6 here. 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the third quarter.
So they got an 80, we got an 80. 1-play drive, and 41-6, and now we are in the point where this will be a running clock the rest of the way.
Well, and I tell you, I said it earlier in the game, they've been susceptible to that pass over the top all night. Their safeties are coming up and sucking in, and I'll tell you, we can bounce it over the top anytime. And
when you got speed like Xander, Muckerhide slipped away for 42 yards earlier in the first half.
And that's exactly the same play there, or not the same play, but the same design is that pull them safeties up, and they did, and right over the top you go. Testing their discipline on that, that's for sure. You got to stay home back there, and they did not. Xander Jones, 10 yards clear of anybody else. Morris puts it right on him, and now the Chargers with a 35-point lead.
They're still in the unclaimed third quarter. 6 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. Odell puts it out of the back of the end zone. Catches it at the goal line, and it's going to dribble out of the back of the end zone. And he put the hurt on that pigskin that time.
Probably a little aggravated. He's missed a couple extra points here, and that's not like him. He took out a little frustration on that ball.
That was a little frustration kick by number 8.
We better take a quick break, Matt. You're listening to Charger Football.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to.
All right, back here live. Sorry to cut the commercial off, but we're back here live at Ed Kalin Stadium, and North Decatur on defense. Monroe Central ready to take the snap.
Jeremiah Olam behind Wilson. The give fake. The give is to the jetback coming across is Carter Duncan. Carter Duncan around the left-hand side, getting a pretty good chunk here on first down. Going to pick up 11.
Boy, that thing really strung out there, didn't it, Matt? They were really, I thought they were going to string that out over to the sideline for about a 4 or 5 yard gain, and had a couple blockers out there in front of him on the far side over there. Was able to pick up the 11 yards, and Monroe Central here, a little bit better job of running the ball, at least here in the third quarter here tonight, is they only had -2 rushing yards in the first half, and already in the positive here in the second half.
Oh, you bet, with 80, one of them being an 80-yarder. This time Duncan in motion, but the give down to Justice Olam. Justice Olam is hammered by this other side.
Good job in there. Caney comes crawling in and grabs him by the feet.
And that was good for no gain.
That was just good quickness there as North Decatur came in there and pounced on that one.
What you need?
All right, so now again in the wing tee.
Oh, got two guys in motion.
You can't do that, can you, Matt?
No, you can't.
That is a no.
No, you can't put them in legal shift, we'll call it.
Illegal shift. Well, that's going to back him up a little bit.
Which makes me wonder, did he lose internet? Did we lose internet? Oh.
Corrections. You were wanted by Chris Stevens in the press box.
All right, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 12 here with 3:28 as the clock continues to wind because of the 35-point lead by North Decatur. Now Wilson's going to bring them to the line with a 5-receiver set. 3 of them are bunched over here to the right, to the left.
Going to go
pass to Wilson. Pump fake, pulls it down. Now you got the big fella on the move. And Caleb Phelps is going to knife his knees down, but boy, don't take him on up top, Chris. That's a
he
load.
moves good.
Well, he gets that trainer rolling downhill, and
yeah, that's like a locomotive.
I'm still seeing it on YouTube, so I think we're good.
We're still live. That's a good thing. Boy, he pulled that down, took off running, and he was motoring. Now, 2 minutes and 47 seconds to go here in the third quarter. North Decatur leads 41-6.
At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
All right, back here live at Ed Kalin Field. The huddles break up. Both teams back out on the field. The ref blows her live. We're ready to play some football.
Wilson's going to operate in the gun. 5-receiver set, 3 to the top. Back to pass. Goes Wilson looking left. Wanted to uncork that. Didn't have time. Goolsby gave a little pressure, as well as Shane Powell.
Good job there in the secondary as they had 2 receivers that came across. Eldridge picked up the one with the safety help on top. Caney and Muckerhide take care of the other one down here on the bottom, and nowhere for the big fellow to throw the ball out there. And it's 3rd and 10, folks, and Cowbell Nation and Charger crowd is getting after it here. Good crowd here again tonight, Matt.
It is a nice crowd.
It's an enjoyable crowd.
It's nice. Weather's nice. Windows are open. 1 minute and 44 seconds left in the third. Wilson with a 3rd and 10 from his own 42. He's going to get it with his legs? No, sir.
He's not.
No, sir. Dylan Coons was at his knees, and the little fella takes down Goliath.
Got some new players out there, too, doing a good job. I see Trenton Larson out there, Dylan Coons out there.
Look at Dylan Coons mowing down the 255-pounder.
All right, so now they're back in punt again. Somebody's got to come off. Here comes Eldridge. Boy, Eldridge has had to sprint off twice tonight, hasn't he?
I mean, he looks fast. Looks real fast.
I think he likes to do it like that.
He does. He's showing off. Jeremiah Ulam. Oh, this one
that's up. Get back, boys, get back.
Exit velocity, not good on that.
Exit velocity 10.
Went straight up. 10, about a 20-yard punt is all that was. And that's going to give North Decatur good field position. They're going to start this drive on the 37-yard line.
We're going to take a break. Matt's long-winded it here.
Sorry. I was.
You'll have to go to sponsorship class on Monday and take a look at all the people that don't read their names.
That was coming out of my paycheck.
Thanks a lot. $22 for a chicken at A&W for the Morrises.
Just under a minute with the running clock. Morris back in the gun. They give us to Thackeray. Thackeray's right side dancing, trying to find a hole, gets slung around. Do-si-do.
The running's been tough inside tonight. We've had some decent runs, but boy, it's been tough. And it's a pickup of about 3 or 4 yards each time. So, nonetheless, Thackeray keeps pounding it, running hard. And while we got a moment, let's read a few sponsors here. Our platinum sponsors tonight are Dillon and Howe Funeral Home, Acre Automotive Group, Buy-Ride Auto, Decatur County Recycling, Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep.
North Decatur leads 41-6 with the ball with 12 seconds left in the running clock of the third quarter. Morris under center gives to Thackeray left side. Little shuffle on the exchange, and he jumps ahead for about 2-3 yards. That's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. North Decatur commanding lead 41-6. We'll be right back to listen to Charger Football on WTRE.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy-Ride Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's Used Car Superstore, Buy-Ride Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy-Ride Auto, Greensburg's Used Car Superstore.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
All right, back here live. You're listening to Charger Football on WTRE. We're through 3 quarters here tonight, and it's 41-6. The home team, North Decatur, leading over Monroe Central. A few more sponsors here tonight. Our trio sponsors, Walters Tire, Hamilton Tebby Law Office, who we just heard from, the Cheer Block, Russ Hubler Ford, Levenstein's Abbey Carpet, Fleetwood Chevrolet, Fry's A&W, home of the $22 chicken for the Morrises. And our quarter sponsors are the H&R Block first quarter, Decatur County Memorial third quarter, and now, a nice little segue by myself, the Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter.
There you go. Nicely done. You know, I had the chicken club sandwich at A&W. It's not $22, but that is a good
I'm
sandwich.
talking about for you now, since you won't read the sponsorship.
I hear you. Cheese curds are out of this world, too, by the way. Yeah. Morris rolling left. Got time, all kinds of time. Now he pulls it down because he didn't have a guy he wanted, and he's going to pick up. May have got the first down with his legs. Where did they mark it? Nope, he did not get very many.
He's a yard short.
More than that.
Good. Oh, boy, wow.
Yeah, he stepped down that line, apparently, when he made a cut. Picks up a yard on the scramble, and now we're going to have to punt this one away, I assume.
I assume we would punt. And I assume the clock's running because of the score, correct?
That's correct. We're up 35 points. The mercy rule in the IHSA says it will run the rest of the
I think we're going to run a play. I don't know what we're going to do.
Morris trots out there.
Plenty of time. We still
there's
got
only
12 seconds.
We need to break the huddle here. And he's not
we're
going
to
to
run a play. Well, we could run the old jiggity-jag punt.
And it looks like the Golden Bears are going to bring everybody.
And we're just trying to draw. Oh, yeah, there's the timeout.
Okay.
All right, 10 minutes and 54 seconds to go here in the Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter. We're at a timeout. We'll take a quick break. Charger Football, WTRE.
Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And right now, Through September 30th, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg. Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4 ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
All right, back here live. The band's going, the crowd's going, and the team's going. 41-6, 10 minutes and 48 seconds to go.
We sprint out of the huddle to the line after that timeout. Morris is back with bunch trips over the right-hand side. And they are all over that. And it looked like it was a backwards pass. It was behind the line of scrimmage. The pass falls incomplete, but yet that's a fumble when you throw it backwards. And Monroe Central fixed that at halftime. They weren't going to let Mucker Hyde catch that in the bunch anymore.
No, and boy, that young man, he came charging up there. He was not going to be blocked on that. So now, nonetheless, that gives Monroe Central the ball already in North Decatur territory at the 36-yard line. A little surprise there we didn't punt, but nonetheless, I think coaches have got confidence in the defense. It's played well here tonight other than one play.
Really, one play, yeah.
Yeah, here they come in tight again now.
Ball's headed that way. Olim
going right
Wilson.
outside.
Boy, he's just shoving Chargers down.
And that's gang tackling there. That's a good job. Owen Eldridge.
Larson, Littmer.
Goolsby, Larson, Littmer.
Everybody. There's everybody in there.
Everybody in the party.
In the club. I think it's in the club.
Is it? It just goes to show you my tactical knowledge of the rap side of things.
Nobody's going to call.
I think it's everybody in the club getting busy, isn't it? Come on, Schwerin, help us out here. We don't know.
You're close. Close.
Here we go.
Other way with William, Jeremiah, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you read those numbers off there, Schwerin?
Somebody's rolling. Who's rolling over backwards here? He's got the ball. Who's that?
70.
78.
That's Shane
70.
Powell.
That's Shane Powell.
There's a Trenton Larson in there. Cohen Thackeray in there.
Owen Wiseman in there.
Everybody.
Everybody in the club.
It feels good to hear Caney say that.
All right. This is you can't call this anything. Oh, now they're going to spread it out. That's been smash mouth football up to that point.
Here we go. Let's go 6 wide receivers. 5, we'll call it. Swing out to the right-hand side.
Get there.
Boy,
Good
nice
job, Caden.
That is a nice job by
Mucker Hyde.
Mucker Hyde coming up and knifing it down. Oh, and Eldridge. No, it was.
He's over here.
Is
it's like
Cooper,
Trent Larson
is
on
Cooper
it.
wearing a different? No, he's wearing a 3. It looked like a 2. Cooper did.
They're so close. I mean,
well, it's his
when you put him that close in the number sequence, I mean, you want him to look alike.
His belly cloth was cinched up. It looked like the
belly cloth cinched up. I don't even know what that is. 41-6.
Just like it
Napoleon
sounds.
State Bank fourth quarter.
All right, what's happening? There
Going
goes
forward on 4th down.
Jeremiah William is going to have it.
They just did barely get it.
He runs hard. My goodness. His exit velocity was high on that one when he got the exchange.
Yeah, 8 minutes and, 8 minutes to go.
First down, fresh set of sticks.
41-6. First down, ball on the 25-yard line.
So after 4 plays, they go for it on 4th down. They get their first down. It is now 1st and 10 from the 25.
All right, so now the Chargers, they break it now. Okay, now they're back to the tight.
Double wing. I don't know who's got the ball.
I think the quarterback's got it.
Who's got the ball? Brylan Case, number 3, ends up with the football, and he gets tackled by a gaggle of jerseys.
Gaggle of geese. Caden Scudder comes on. Uh-oh. Somebody didn't pay the electric bill.
Mr. Rubel down here.
Boy, there is a mosquito out there. I hope it don't carry a small child away. Did you see the size of that thing?
Yeah.
All right, here they go. The same play again.
Going the other way, and he's going to get yanked out of there. Littmer was in on that.
Cooper
was in there. Good eye, Schwering.
Good eye.
Xander Jones is on. Trenton Larison comes off.
Is that third or that's third down? Third down and 7.
You know what Ernie was doing down there? He shut the lights off because he heard you saying down here, everybody in the club. And
We're going to put the strobe light on.
Boy, that kid's fast.
There it is, coming outside.
Here comes Jeremiah Ulim, and Owen Eldridge just ride him like a cape. And that was just enough time for Cohen Thackeray to get out there and provide a little assistance. And Cohen immediately pops up, and I don't know, did he get hurt?
No, I don't think so. Cohen, that's a good hit.
Cohen checking
good job
on him.
there by Eldridge to come up and hang on for a good little while.
At one point there, Owen Eldridge looked like Mr. Williams' cape as his legs were flying out.
There,
Owen's holding on with his arms. And
did exactly what he should have done, though. Now we're in 4th down and 10. They can't punt here. Can they? They can.
Well, you could.
Well, the last punt wouldn't have got to the end zone. But
Wilson's
he also kicked one about 60 yards one time, too.
He did. Wilson in the gun, 5 receiver set, back to pass, looking to his right. He's going to chuck this one to the end zone.
No clue where it's at.
Nobody out. Chargers take over, 5 minutes and 27 seconds.
We got hit bus number
Running
37
here,
on the bounce.
Napoleon State Bank, and I don't know about to sew it up here. Oh, we got the reserve boys coming on.
Look at him trot on. The junior varsity team takes the field here as the varsity team put away a really good game, 41-6, and nice job of the defense. Really, one play was the difference, or that would be a goose egg on the board. And nice job by the starting ranks here tonight.
Murray takes the play out.
There you go, Braden Murray.
This is going to be interesting because it doesn't look like there's 67 still out there. So this is JV against varsity here.
You bet. Murray under center. Takes a snap, and we're going to get a whistle. Easy. All start.
Clock's still running, however, though. 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the Napoleon State Bank 4th quarter. North Decatur in complete control here, 41-6. JV team on for the Chargers.
But you know what? It's one less play. You got kids hitting each other.
Clock's gonna be down here under 4 minutes on this one. All right, let's run her to the left, boys.
Who's got the ball? Moving
That's
around the left.
Caney.
Hayden Caney picks up the ball and takes off over the left-hand side. Gets a yard of it back.
Yeah, number 25 on the run there.
2nd and 14.
Hayden, a freshman out there. A lot of freshmen and sophomores out there on the field now. 2nd down. More importantly, though, the clock keeps running. Hang on to the ball.
Hurry up to the line. 15 seconds to go here. Murray under center.
Heavy to the left over here.
3 receivers to the left side. Pitch to Caney. Caney's got blocks in front of him. He tries to cut it back, and he's going to get mowed down by that defensive line. And no gain. Looking for some space.
Well, it's not helping Hayden's stats on the varsity level here tonight.
No, that's fair.
I don't know.
Is that prorated by the weight offset by the offensive defensive line?
Well,
there ought to be a factor, an algorithm.
Kind of like to think that they'd sub in for number 67 out there. Unless is that kid a freshman or what?
We don't know.
No, we wouldn't know.
Oh, he doesn't have a number.
He's a non-rostered player. He might be the bus driver, to be honest with you. Murray's going to boot over to the right-hand side. He's got a man in the flat, and it's intended for
Hunter Meister.
Hunter Meister, thank you.
Just got tipped out there. I think he had it on him. That might have been a good-looking play there.
Pass incomplete. Now North Decatur's going to punt here. Looks like the varsity punt team came back on.
Yeah. Do your job there, though, by the JV. Don't turn the ball over. Ran 3 minutes off the clock. Now get a good punt here. The old Swiss Army knife back there, quarterback, punter. Does the laundry after the game. Irons the pants on Monday.
Nice snap. Gets this one away. Rugby style kick, low line drive.
Oh, he
it's
caught it. I
by
think
the
that was
back to
surprising.
sophomore. Dylan Kuhn says,
No
not
way.
so fast. Don't go away from me, young man. And does a nice job slinging him down. And I assume now we're going to see the starting defense here. This is too deep in Charger territory for.
Well, I don't blame them. They ran their starting defense out there. So
with a minute 15, defensive starters back on the field. Monroe said, hey, did you get a bear bar today?
I did not. I don't think they
Did you
bring
ask?
those bear bars with them.
But you asked, right?
Well,
Last
I mentioned it, and, we probably should have called up there. I'm sure the mother bears up there would have been more than happy to make a batch and bring them down.
I guarantee you over
I
there.
bet they're eating some over there
I'm
somewhere.
sure there's a cooler full of bear bars
I
over there. We don't
guarantee
have any
That's
of them.
an excellent choice, too.
Yeah. I tell you what, the Mamas of Monroe Central, that is a fundraiser that beats all fundraisers.
That's right. You're exactly right. All right, so got one play here.
And JV
All right,
looks
just
like,
hold him up there. Good job there by
looks like the reserves
Cohen
are in
Thackeray
here.
and others as they just hold that young man up. They got their reserve team in. They don't have to snap the ball, and I don't think they will. And that's going to be it, folks. Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter. North Decatur is going to come away with a victory here tonight. Get back to a 2-1 record with a 41-6 victory here tonight. And a well-played ball game by the Chargers. The defense in dominating fashion here tonight. One long play, and the offense really clicking, Matt. That was a good game to watch.
It was a good game, and they line up at midfield, shake hands. We'll be right back with a post-game show and some stats. You're listening to Charger Football on WTRE.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
All right, back here live at Ed Kalin Field where the North Decatur Chargers are victorious tonight, 41-6. Is what the numbers read up on the Stewart Seeds, Black Hawk Acres. What's that other one say down
Stephen
there?
Legal Group.
Stephen Legal Group scoreboard. And Matt is wowing over some statistics here. So let's, I don't know how you start a postgame show out with wow, but
because
here we go.
At first, I couldn't do math nor interpret what we
Shocker.
did have. Over 393 yards of total offense from North Decatur, 17 first downs, 84 on the ground, 309 passing yards out of this offense, and very efficient, 15 of 18 throwing the football for North Decatur. 6 penalties, 45 yards, but the defense, unbelievable job here against the Monroe Central offense. Held them to 121 yards on 26 rushes. 6 first downs is all they allowed for the game. 25 passing yards. And
what was the total yardage?
Total yardage 146.
And 75 of that was on one play.
Yeah. For 146 versus 393, time of possession was equal. So hats off to the Charger defense and the toughness here tonight. I thought that they really cranked down on a conference opponent and kind of had their way with them. 41-6. They scored on 60% of their possessions. 6 out of the 10 ended up in touchdowns for North Decatur. And just an impressive evening of execution all the way around.
Yeah, I would agree, and just nice to see that the effort, the effort last week, to be honest, was a little bit questionable there in the second half, and for what we're accustomed to around here. And I think the boys took that to heart. They were told that. I know that many, many, many times. And it's nice to see them come out here and respond to that, and respond in just couldn't be any more positive, just dominating fashion. You take the 175-yard run away, and you're looking at less than 100 yards on total offense here tonight, and we're pushing 400. So it's 41-6. It's just a great game.
Yeah, all the way around. And Garrett Schwaring, we appreciate having you alongside here this evening, and all the assistance that you helped us with here in the booth. And just thank you to all of our sponsors here tonight as we wind it down here. Stone's Farm Service in Gillen, Howe Funeral Group, Acre Automotive, Buy Right Auto, Decatur County Recycling, Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Walters Tire, Hamilton Tebby Law Office. So as the team circles up on the rope, we're going to go down and join them. We appreciate everybody listening this evening in another Charger victory, 41-6 here against Monroe Central. Thanks for listening. Good night, everybody.